in that ballpark of an investment. They tore down an older building here that was not well received by some people. It was an older vacant building that had a lot of maintenance issues to it, but so there's a little controversy in that regard. But that's what you see the construction right here. For downtown, if you may have noticed, or as we drive back around, you'll see these curb bump outs with the landscaping. The city did those. Those bump outs were constructed 2 years ago in 2016, and the city and the county partnered together and applied for a TAP grant, which we got funded, and so the 20% match was split by the city. And so how we like to tell that, or the mayor likes to tell it to the public, for every dollar we spent, the city spent, we got $9 from other people's money to pay for that. And the county paid $1 and they got $9, $9 they paid. So that's the curb bump outs is the first phase of streetscape improvements for downtown Marshfield. As we drive around, you'll see there's a few places, if you look really close, you'll see kind of the curb. It looks like the curb was put in wrong. It's not wrong, it's actually the street is wrong. Eventually, the future phase is to literally tear out the street and rebuild the street, and then I don't know how many layers of asphalt are on that street, but it will lower the street. The next phase also is to replace all the sidewalks, underground, the overhead utility lines, put in vintage lighting, kind of stuff you see in other downtowns a lot of times. So it's a work in progress. As city administrator, I'm not looking forward to, if we get that TAP grant, I'm not looking forward to that construction, because downtown business owners and property owners hated the construction of those curb bump outs. When we tear out all the sidewalks in the street, they're really not going to be happy. So that's a hurdle we have to figure out how to phase that in. But that's kind of the plan for beautification-wise for downtown. Business-wise, I'm going to turn it over to Shane here in a moment, but one of the things that we don't do as a community, and right now I don't even think it's really on our radar, is Grow Marshfield, but it needs to be, is we do not market our downtown, and it's similar to, I apologize, Salem, Sarcoxy, I'm sorry. Sarcoxy's downtown, where, I mean, the four-way stop where we stop, that's a block off, that's kind of the main drag. The interstate is still a mile that way. So the downtown has to be a destination. We have the advantage of being a county seat, so we have a courthouse. Daytime, as you can see, parking's at a premium. It looks like we got a great downtown. You drive down, if we took the same drive at 5 p.m. or 5:15, you can park anywhere. And there's a restaurant on the opposite corner from where we are. They draw in at night to some degree. What we don't do is market our downtown. As people in Marshfield area know about the downtown and know what's down there. We actually have 6 businesses, or let me rephrase that, 6 I'm drawing a blank on the right type of word, home interior, knick-knack, vintage, antique type stores, clothing stores, to a kids store, to just a women's clothing store. What's that? Boutiques, thank you. Little stores on the square. Well, 5 right now, a 6th one is about to open in a week. We do not market that outside of Marshfield, and my wife likes to do that, so I get to go along with her, and we go to other towns. We've been to downtown Crane, we've been to downtown Buffalo, and we've been to other little downtowns, Willard and other places. On weekends we'll do, that's kind of one of our hobbies, so to speak. And 417 magazine did an article about 6 months ago on the little downtowns. We thought that was marketing. Because of that article, we took a day off and we went to those downtowns, just because of that, and because we like to do it. What Marshfield, and I was actually talking to one of the business owners last weekend about it, is we've got to market out to Springfield region on a regional basis, because we have 6 businesses on our square. We have another 3 that are within 3 blocks of our square that are the same type. From my experience, 9 businesses, that would draw people to downtown on a Saturday, and that's free money. That's money that doesn't otherwise get spent. Whether they're buying something in those stores or they stop to buy a drink or get food or whatever, that's free money. And so we've got to do a better job of marketing our downtown.
John, do you have a downtown association or a merchants association?
We do not. Interesting you asked that. Is we're updating our comprehensive plan right now. What we're calling our growth plan, because planning has kind of a negative to some people in the community, is not a positive term. So we call it a growth plan because Marshfield's growing and we have an interchange and there's momentum. Grow Marshfield as people support, so we're kind of playing off semantics. But that growth plan has an element for our downtown, and that's one of the things to come out has been identified. It'll be done by the end of this year, but our hope from a city standpoint, my standpoint, is I'm hoping that will be a implementation step. We've talked with the Missouri Main Street Connection. We've gone to their first class. You have to go to get a grant. I'm drawing a blank on the first phase of that, but we have to have it grassroots.